Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 13th. We're going to jump right in here and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this envelope card that says Unfolding Surprise in this wheel that says Endings and Beginnings on it. So there clearly could be, it's like there's an unfolding new beginning. And here you go. You have the Ace of Swords as your first card, which could be a new beginning. I will explain that in just a minute. But, I feel for some of you that you could be kind of moving on to something in your life that has more balance, or you could just have a very strong craving for balance. I have the word craving popping into my head here with this Queen of Wands. I literally touched that card, and that was the word I was getting. So I feel that this could be in any area of your life. I mean, you have this Inner Peace card. It looks to me like this is what you are seeking out. Look at, and you have this Peacemaker card. Are you kidding me? It's like you're definitely clearly looking for more peaceful situations in your life. That's probably going to be a big word for you. So, and this could be anything: relationship, business, your career, your day-to-day life. It's like you're looking for ways to bring more peace and harmony into your life so that maybe there isn't so much chaos, or, maybe so that you can feel better. The Ace of Swords is a card of a victory, but it can be a new beginning. There's a palm frond right here, and that palm frond represents a sacrifice. There's an olive branch over here, which represents an abundance. It can represent an offer of peace as well, but I'm kind of seeing this as a new beginning. You see these 6 golden yods here. They represent the fact that the sword is in perfect balance. So I kind of feel that there's like an unfolding surprise, like that first card says, where it's almost as if there's something entering into your life that's much more balanced than anything that you've experienced in the past. At the end, you do have the Tower. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff, which, again, no matter what, that row is meant to be positive. What I would say is I do feel that some of you have definitely, it's like I feel like you saw the guts of something, is what I would say. It's like sometimes I think we enter into situations and, we feel like these things are much better than they actually are, whether it's a relationship, a business idea, whatever. And what I mean by seeing the guts is it's like you saw the nastiness, all the maybe challenging parts of something, or even bad parts of something as well. The good news is I feel like this caused you to mature very quickly. And I also feel like if you compare yourself to last year, I feel like last year maybe you were here. It's like this year you're way up here already. It's as far as maybe like lessons you've learned, personal experiences. It's like personal things that you're learning. I don't know what words I'm getting right now because it doesn't make any sense. It's saying personal experiences that you've learned. Those are literally the words that I'm getting. Again, make of that what you will. But what I would say here is it's almost as if you have gone through this, I wouldn't even call it a transformation, although it kind of is, because I feel like you've kind of overcome some things. It's like some significant personal growth is kind of what I'm feeling here, but that's not the right word. It's almost like sometimes I think we can have an understanding of something that's like a very, very simple, and then we can come up here and it's like very, very complex. It's almost as if you have, in maybe love or business or whatever it is that you went through in your life, it's like you've gained a very complex understanding very quickly. It's almost like if you went from, addition and subtraction, and then like next week, calculus within like a week's time. And so it's like a very deep understanding. I don't know. I hope this is making sense because it's not even making sense to me. I never went to calculus, never even got there, right? You have the 2 of Pentacles. So you've been going back and forth on something. And I feel like you've had it's like a very rapid transformation. It really is. Because again, you've gone through from addition to subtraction, like I said, to calculus very quickly. And maybe not literally, we're talking about an experience here. I keep getting the word experience. And so it's almost as if a challenging experience that showed you the guts has led to a rapid transformation. Gemini, I think that's really what this is saying, is it's like because you went through something that could have been a Tower moment, it leveled you up like 30 times faster than just if you went through, something very easily. It's kind of interesting. I feel like some of you are still attached to a past situation here, as in, I feel like you're done. You see it as dead, done, over with, but at the same time, it's like there's still a little bit of a connection there. I don't think this is a bad thing. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. Love it. 2 aces to me is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. I also feel there is like just a victory, something that makes you feel like you're not wasting your energy is what I'm getting. With the 4 of Swords, you have the Hangman here, seeing things from a new perspective. It's almost, again, Like whatever this was that happened to you maybe last year or within the last couple of years, it's given you a new perspective on life. This new perspective is setting you free. Again, the hangman has made the sacrifice of the use of his arms and his legs. So he does this so that he can gain enlightenment, but now he can move forward. So I feel for a lot of you, this new perspective that you've gained very, very quickly, again, from addition, subtraction, and calculus, has allowed you to finally make progress towards what you want. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, success coming in for you because of this. I wouldn't call this a glow up necessarily. That could be part of what's going on here. But I would say that there's some sort of, it's like some sort of victory is coming in for you. I don't know. Let's see where this goes, Gemini. This is pretty crazy. Next, in the area of the unexpected, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing unexpected coming in for you. Again, I don't try to make these rows fit. If there's nothing unexpected, I'm just going to say it. You have this inner peace card, and again, like we already said, I feel a major focus for you is going to be inner peace. So any situation that interrupts your peace, either you're just not going to engage with the situation. Like if it's a person, you'll probably just avoid them. If it's a, potential job, you'll probably just avoid it. If it's something you just don't want to do, you'll probably avoid it. I also am getting the word abundance on this card, so there could be more abundance coming in for you. I do feel like there is like new love that has their eye on you. Page of Swords. You also have the Page of Cups. Both cards to me, this is like secret admirer. The Page of Cups is just admirer, right? So some of you, I don't really feel it's a secret admirer. Maybe at one point they were a secret admirer, but maybe now you know this person here. And, it kind of looks like clearly there is going to be a love offer coming in for you here. I'm wondering if like maybe you were attached to someone else. So this could be a person this person here is the same as this. This is all the same person as far as I'm concerned. Same with this person here, these two. This is you two. I feel like that maybe they were waiting for you to leave a situation, or they were waiting to leave a situation. Now the offer is coming in. And again, here you go. Queen and King of Wands right on top of each other. To me, very passionate connection. To me, these are like some of the two best divine counterparts. So could be a divine counterpart, very strong connection, something that will probably bring a lot of happiness into your life as well. So I feel that could be happening. I also feel that being more bold and assertive is going to make you feel better. It's kind of like one of those things. I feel like there's just a lot of this brain energy going on. And what I would say is that if you're not protecting your brain, then you could be having a hard time. You could be feeling more tired, more exhausted, all those things. So with the Queen of Wands, we need to be bold and assertive, and we really need to make sure that we're going for the things that we want in life. If we're not, we're probably actually going to feel more tired because we're not doing things that fulfill us. So I would try to add a little bit more fulfillment in your day. I would also say I would try to add some more achievements to your day as well with the King of Wands. This kind of reminds me of Make Your Bed energy. If you've never read the book Make Your Bed, it's a very simple read. Good book by a Navy SEAL. So, and he talks about why you have to make your bed in the morning, because it's like just that one small win that you need to get started. So I feel for all of you, creating small wins will be a lot more motivational than you think. So I would start creating those small wins. But again, I do feel like this could be a very bold, assertive person who's coming in for you. It could be a water sign because you have a lot of water here. But I would say, it could be a water sign with a lot of fire, or a fire sign with some water in their chart. They come off as more fiery to me for obvious reasons right here. Have a lot of desire. I would say what's more important is they're probably very bold, assertive, very confident energy as well. With that King of Wands, but this is like this isn't a cocky confidence. This is real confidence. They have it because they can back it up. I always like to remind people that the King of Wands, like, it's a spectrum to me. Tarot's a spectrum. It can be bad, it can be good, and everywhere in between. I would say the highest vibration form of the King of Wands is they just don't say words, they just do. So they act, right? And that's probably the thing that will stand out to you. This person doesn't tell you about all their goals, wishes, and dreams. They do it. They just do it. There is no reason for them to tell anyone anything. So it could be that type of person. This could also be the energy you're embracing here, Gemini. With the Page of Swords, you have the Strength card. I was getting Leo, which is interesting. So definitely could be a Leo coming in for you. I also feel that you have developed a lot of strength, but it's almost as if it's time to use it, I feel like you need to look at how far you've come, how, like, the improvements you've made in your life, all that will probably be a good idea. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. I do feel like someone's getting over something. We already talked about this, how there's like some sort of ending here. Someone saw the guts. Right here, 10 of Swords. It doesn't take 10 swords to kill a person. He has 10 swords in his back, so I would say that there's probably a lot of guts laying about with the 10 of Swords. So someone's kind of ending a situation. With the King of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Much better opportunity. Again, if you're looking for love, this is something that brings you inner peace. I am getting something here as well. Even if you don't want love, again, I think that working towards something, I get the difference between the two things, like not working towards something but needing to. So again, if you're thinking about starting a project or a business, I say this to basically everyone because Pluto and Aquarius, it's like if you're not starting something new, could be anything. I don't care what it is. Maybe it's a new exercise routine. Doesn't even have to be that big, right? But I always encourage people to work with the astrology because when we do, we get the rewards much quicker than if we don't. So I would start some sort of new routine, some sort of something that you can nurture into existence. Ace of Pentacles is like a card of a garden. And when you think about it, a garden needs like water, sun, fertilizer, needs to be weeded as well. So if you're like working on a project, really take care of it. King of Wands, he treats things like babies. If he's working on a project, he treats it like it's a child. He nurtures it into existence. Same thing with a relationship. It's like, it doesn't matter what you want. I would just treat it like very well and it will treat you well is what this is saying. Next in the area of, the critical information you need to hear right now. You have this card that says, there's nothing outside of you that you can fulfill. There's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you. That was a tongue twister. You have this Peacemaker. It says, a win-win approach will bring mutual gains. So I do feel that I'm a big fan of win-win right now. Pluto and Aquarius. If you're not working together with other people, you are crazy. But what I would say here is, again, this is the realization that you've had. I feel like this is the big level up that we were talking about, Gemini, is that you're realizing, I feel like you truly understand what it means to fulfill yourself. I think some people, it's like they say they understand what it means to be fulfilled on themselves, but they still look for external validation or external circumstances to help fulfill them, right? And I feel like you're in this place where you're not doing that. Let me just give you an example. It's like maybe after a breakup, you would normally start talking to someone right away because it fulfills your emotional needs, right? And so maybe you have that habit of jumping into something, talking to someone that maybe you're not really interested in. I feel like you're not doing that anymore. I feel like it's almost like you're embracing the darkness. You have the moon here, right? Where you're saying, okay, I left this person. I know it's going to suck, but I'm just going to embrace the suck. I'm going to sit in the darkness because I know that's what's going to cause the growth. I get a very mature energy because you have the King of Swords showing up here as well. You have the Knight of Cups, the Moon, and the Four of Wands. Definitely could be a knight in shining armor that you will marry in the future if you want marriage. And I feel like this person sweeps you off your feet, honestly. Feels a little bit slow to me. I kind of feel like maybe you've been through something, they've been through something, so they're taking their time. It could be a Scorpio, by the way, because I've said this to Scorpio, but again, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. You have basically everything here. And, I feel like this person, it's like they just want to take their time. And I feel like slowly, I think that's the thing that's going on here is that slowly I feel like you start to, fall in love with this person. I want to stress that what I'm about to say is not, it's not what you think, okay? It's like, I feel like this is not love at first sight, but there is definitely, choking. There is definitely attraction here. I feel like there's significant attraction, but I feel like this is something that grows. And to me, that is much, much better than love at first sight. There are plenty of studies out there that have proven that love at first sight is BS. They've studied people who have been married that are happily married, there's a big difference between happily married and married, right? So they've studied happily married people that are legitimately happy, that aren't roommates, that just aren't two people passing in the night, right? And what they have found is that those people who are happily married, they did not fall in love at first sight. It was something that developed over time. They didn't rush right into things. They took their time. They got to know each other, and then they learned things about each other. So, I'm a big fan of that. So, that could be what's happening. I feel like there's definitely attraction right away, so you're not going to have to worry about that. But I feel like you both want to take it slow anyway, so it doesn't even matter, right? And, just allow things to develop is what this is saying to me, if it is love. You have the moon, which tells me this could also be a dream because you have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, he's normally looking into that cup, dreaming of his future life. Page of Cups, he's got that fish in his cup, which could be a dream. So it's like there's some sort of opportunity that could be a dream opportunity. The thing with the moon is that we have to face our fears and bring something down to earth. I always say the moon does not say stop. And there are some mountains in the background here that represent achievements. So it's kind of like saying if you have some sort of big goal, wish, or dream, your solution is to commit to it with the Four Wands. Four Wands is a card of commitment. It's a card of happiness, joy, abundance, good things happening for you. So I feel like there is a lot of happiness coming in with the Four Wands, but it's going to come through like achievement and commitment. Four Wands is a card of achievement. You have the Six of Wands as well in the bottom row. So these are all cards of achievements. And I feel like if you're feeling like Moon, not sure what to do, I think it's because you need to have some achievements. And again, whenever I say this, I think people think like, oh, I have to go make $1 million, like that type of achievement. No, we're talking about small little things that lead to the big thing, right? And that's how I would be approaching this, one foot in front of the other, not like these big achievements, like, again, making your bed in the morning. Maybe there's, maybe you have dishes in your sink, right? Go clean them up, right? Just tiny little things are going to lead to these big changes, but you have to commit to it first. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Star card. This person's a dream come true. If this is love, dream come true. If it's not love, again, I feel like this could be something that you're working towards. I mean, I say it to everyone, Pluto and Aquarius, I would come up with some sort of North Star. A North Star is something that you work towards that motivates you. It could be anything. It could be like maybe you want to... it's like I would think about like what's important to you in life. Like if there's something that you could talk someone's ear off about, what is it? What is that thing that you could talk about all day long? And how can you make it something that you want to do, that you want to kind of allow guide you, right? It's like, what are those things? I can't answer that question for you. You're going to have to do it. With the Moon, you have the Five of Swords. Definitely taking a risk. Again, like I said, there's some sort of ending here where, like I said, you saw something or maybe you had a realization about something that you didn't want to have, but you had to. Again, about a person. Maybe the mask came off. You saw the truth. With the Four Wands, you have the Queen of Cups. Love it. Definitely a very solid connection coming in for you. Very nurturing, caring. A lot of nurturing energy here. So if you're working on like a business or career or whatever, I would be nurturing it into existence. You have this exchange gifts card at the end. This is in the area of the good stuff. So I do feel there could be something really good coming in for you here, Gemini, like a very strong connection where you really give to each other, or you really, it's like you really embrace each other. I feel like there's a very strong kind of connection between you and someone else. And I think it's definitely going to be a good thing. I also feel that this person, like you see them as a gift. I feel like they see you as a gift as well. So if this is love, that's what I'm getting. We see that right here, Page of Cups, definitely very dreamy energy. So could be a very dreamy connection. I do feel that this person is very mature, very hardworking, very successful with the King of Swords. I also feel that this is your energy. Whenever you show up as a king, kind of puts you in a position of power and strength. And I feel it's because of this leveling up that we talked about earlier. So even if you don't want love, it doesn't matter. I feel like you've had these realizations that are putting you in the position of the King of Swords. You're able to make much better decisions. I feel like you're able to use your knowledge and your wisdom, and this is going to lead to a lot of future success. I also, I would say, I feel like there's a need to get moving here, which I think is true for everyone. It's like, the energy that I don't like in the astrology right now is a combination of things, but what I always say is that it's almost as if, even I feel it. So it's like, I'm not perfect, by the way. It's almost like we're waiting for permission to do something. We're waiting for the environment to be correct to take action on our business or to start that new relationship or whatever. But my problem with this is that that's not going to happen. We have to take action regardless of what's going on around us. So I would get moving here with the King of Swords for sure. You do have the Tower, but again, it's showing up in the good stuff. So it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be positive. The Tower would represent a positive transformation. I also feel there could be a lot of like light bulb moments this week for you, and sudden insights as well. You're going to want to take action on these insights. Maybe you've been waiting for answers on what direction should I go in business, or what should I take this career opportunity or whatever. I feel like you're getting a lot of answers. I would follow those answers with the Tower. But again, I feel like things have not been clear for a while. So I kind of see this as clarity coming from the Tower, which is a good thing. With the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles, much more fairness with this person. This person really, I feel like you too, see, on this Six of Pentacles, the scale is in perfect balance, right? I don't believe in equality in relationships. Oh my God, shock, right? And it's because I don't think everything, it's like, number one, I don't think we should get into a relationship being like, things need to be 50-50, right? It's like, what are you going to take out a little notebook and be like, I did this today, but they didn't do this. That's not 50-50, right? So to me, it's like a relationship should be sometimes they do more, sometimes you do more. As long as there's good back and forth for the most part, it's like maybe sometimes you do 60%, they do 50, maybe sometimes they do 70 and you do, 30, whatever. It's like, maybe there's this back and forth, but as long as there's general balance, then I feel like that's a good thing, right? So what I would say here is that I feel like this is something very balanced where they at least try to balance something out. Again, to me, that's all we should be looking for. I don't think we should be looking for perfection. If you want to get married, it's like impossible to find perfection, right? I think the thing we should focus on is, does this person try? Do they at least attempt to keep the romance alive, to put in the work and all that other stuff? If you find that and if you can work with that, great, right? That's what I'd be looking for. With the King of Swords, you have the Two of Swords, indecisive to decisive. You're going from indecision to decision with the King of Swords. And again, that's like the main thing that I keep picking up on here, is that you're finally able to make some choices in life based off of experiences and all this other stuff. But I also get this, like, I kind of get this energy that's a little bit more kind of out there, a little bit more nebulous, right? Where I feel like some of you, it's like I feel like you're no longer, maybe if you enter into a situation, you would base it off a past experience, which a lot of people do that, right? But I feel like you're much more willing to be creative. You're much more willing to kind of just not, I wouldn't even call it go with the flow, but I feel like you're much more willing to kind of follow the evidence, right? I feel maybe if you get into new career or start a business, you're saying, I'm going to start this way, but I'm also going to make changes based off of what I'm learning. It's like you're much more future thinking. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully that makes sense. With the Tower, you have the Four of Pentacles. See, I feel like you cut the cord. I feel like some of you could have cut the cord between you and a situation. With that Four of Pentacles, something you thought you would never let go of. And it could be a business idea as well, or, a job or something. So I like it. You have this, we're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this crib. It says birth or conception of a child or an enterprise. Yes, we talked about this with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands together. Like literally, this is my combination of raising something like a child. So if you're getting into a business, a relationship, if you really nurture it, it will nurture you. And we said that earlier, and I get that here with this card. You have this Well card. It says family wishes come true. I really see some of you working with family. It is interesting. It just popped into my head out of nowhere. If you're like starting a business and maybe you're having your family help you or whatever, normally people say don't do that. I actually feel like it could work out very well for you. So I would say go for it. You have this vase card. It says secret admirer. Are you kidding me? There is a secret admirer, or you might be the secret admirer. I don't want to call you out here, Gemini, but I would shoot your shot with that, especially with the star card here, because the star, it kind of represents needing to expose a truth, but you could be the one that's a secret admirer, whatever. Take it how it resonates. I would shoot your shot, go for it. But if it's them, I don't know. I do feel like they're going to reveal it. You have this Ram card. It says a stubborn, aggressive person, probably a past person that you let go of, where you saw their true colors. I feel like you saw who this person really was. Oh, you have this November card. I always clarify these monthly cards. And you have the Seahorse. It says family matters. I feel like some of you are clearing things up from this past November. If you went through something family-wise, you did have Mars retrograde in your sign. And that could have affected your family in some way. And so you could be kind of clearing that up. But really nice reading here, Gemini. Love it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.